Hey guys, welcome to my nursing video. It's Katie here with RNRV Chronicles, and I'm sitting outside today. It's a beautiful day, so I just thought I would take a minute to give you a little bit of update on my travel nurse adventures. So I've been at this assignment now for about a month already. The time is really flying. I think I'm in my 4th week, and it's getting a lot better. Since my first week I was very overwhelmed, and I think just the transition from night shift to day shift, learning a new computer system again, in combination of having a very busy assignment all week, I was just pulling out my hair. Anyways, one night I was there until about 10 o'clock at night, just finishing up my charting because I couldn't chart all day until I gave report at 7 o'clock. So that was fun, and I was afraid that every week was going to be like that, but it has not been, and I am so thankful. I've had some really good days, and it's gotten a lot better, so that's good. So anyways, but today I wanted to take some time and talk about a question I had from the Paddy Wagon. You just can't say that name without smiling. The Paddy Wagon. I love that. So thanks, Patrick, for your question. And what Patrick asked is about pre-start testing, like pharm exam or other clinical assessments that nurses need to be aware of prior to accepting an assignment. So yes, there are a ton of things to be aware of before accepting an assignment. Now this will not be a comprehensive list by any means. This is just kind of what I'm pulling to the surface of my brain right now. So let's talk about that. One of the very first things I did with the company that I'm signing on with is to fill out a skills checklist. Now this is a comprehensive list of all of your skills, all of the medications you're familiar with giving, drips, pushes, all of that stuff, procedures, just anything that you can comes to mind when you think of nursing. Can you do it? How comfortable are you with it? So you kind of rate yourself with each skill. So you do that. Another thing to be aware of is having references. Now, if you haven't traveled yet, if you're coming from, say you've been at one hospital for a couple years, get a couple references before you leave. Your nurse manager, your charge nurse, have them tucked away to start your travel assignment. And also another thing that actually I've been thinking about lately is I'm on my 3rd travel assignment now. So I need to start making some connections on my assignments that I can get a reference then for my next assignment, because I'm not at one hospital for years on end anymore. I'm constantly moving, so I think it's good in your assignments to get new references, every couple assignments or so. So that's one thing to be aware of. Obviously, you need to have a license in the state you're working in. Now, if you're one of the unlucky ones like me that do not come from a compact state, you have to get a license in every state. And that has just been exhausting. I think I have 4 right now so far, so I'm building up my list, so I'm kind of excited that if I go back to one of these states I don't have to get a license again, because that could be kind of a time-consuming thing, and that could be a whole nother video we can talk about, because every state has a different procedure for obtaining the license. So make sure you look at that nursing board website for that particular state that you want before you start getting your license, so you're aware of every document you need, every paper, everything you need to do that. Number 4, of course, you have to have your certifications up to date. BLS, ACLS, if you're PALS certified, all of those good things, keep them up to date, have your cards handy. One of my least favorite things to do when starting an assignment is a drug screen. Go into the Concentra or wherever, doing your drug screen always makes me feel like a criminal. I don't know why. I know it shouldn't. I'm not a criminal, but I just feel like that. But it's just something you have to do. And something I wasn't aware of that actually I read on a Facebook page that I am a part of, Travel Nursing Newbies, is that some people have actually gotten drug tested in the middle of their assignment. They've been on the floor taking care of a patient and they've been pulled away from patient care to actually do a drug screen. So apparently this is common. I've not come across that at all yet in my assignments, but be aware of that because that does happen, apparently. Another thing you need to keep up to date is your vaccines, varicella, Hep B, tetanus. Meaning for my assignment that I started in Phoenix, I had to get a new tetanus shot. So I got that, and thankfully that's good for 10 years, so I am done. Keep your records in good standing so you know what you got done, when you got it done. But before most assignments, you need to either get your titers, your blood titers drawn for those conditions, or you need to show that you've had them done recently. Another thing you'll need to fill out are tax forms, all kinds of stuff like that, paperwork up to wazoo, signing, all kinds of things. And I have done pharmacological exams. I have done dosage calculation exams before assignments. I have done specialty ICU exams. There's just all kinds of stuff. There's a lot when it comes to starting an assignment. So just one thing to be aware of before you take an assignment, ask your recruiter, what am I going to have to do? What exams, what drugs tests, have everything out in advance that you will need to do. For this assignment that I'm in right now, I spent over 14 hours on the computer doing computer modules, HIPAA exams, safety things, just all kinds of things when it comes to working in a hospital. What do you need to know? And those were quite time consuming, like I said, 14 hours. Plus, for this assignment I'm in right now, I needed to teach myself the entire computer system that I was going to be working with, which was entirely new to me. So I did all those computer modules learning Meditech, and then I signed in for a virtual class in which I had to demonstrate my knowledge of Meditech. I just felt like when I started this assignment, when we got here to Florida, I think I was in this coach for like a week straight, just doing things. It was endless. So there's a lot when it comes to starting an assignment. And Patrick had another question I would like to address. He asked about orientation. What kind of orientation do you have when you start an assignment? Well, for me, I've had lots of different experiences when it comes to orientation. For my first assignment, I had a day and a half of computer training, learning the EPIC system, and then I was in the unit for 2 nights with the preceptor. For my next assignment, I had a full week of orientation, including computer orientation and general system orientation, which I thought was really nice. They included the travelers in their system orientation. It really helped me get a better idea of the type of health system that I would be working in for the next 3 months. So I liked that. And for this assignment I'm in right now, my orientation was literally the 14-hour modules that I told you about on the computer. And then I went to HR Monday morning at 8 o'clock, got my badge, got a couple other things. I waited in HR for 2 to 3 hours for my manager to come and pick me up and take me over to the unit. She showed me around and gave me my first week schedule. And then the next day I was in the unit for 8 hours with a preceptor, learning the computer system, also taking care of patients. And that was supposed to be my entire orientation. By the end of that day, I said, can I please have another day? Because Meditech was new to me. I was still completely lost with it. So she said, yes. My manager is very, very nice manager I have here. She said, absolutely, come in tomorrow. The same preceptor I was with was working the next day. So I worked with her. It was supposed to be for another 8 hours, but her day was so busy, I actually ended up being there for 12 hours. And that was fine with me. So that was my orientation. And then the next time I went in, I was on my own. So that was kind of fun. And Patrick also asked if I had like a resource nurse that I was given if I had questions or anything. Not really. My resource nurse was basically the charge nurse. If I had questions, I would ask the charge nurse, who was also very busy taking care of patients and doing charge duties and trying to help me. So, you know, you just learn. Being a travel nurse, you just learn to adapt. You learn quickly. You learn on your feet. You keep every experience in the front of your brain so you know when you're in that experience, what did I do last time? I should do that right now. So it's a lot of very quick learning. So I think that's about it for today. Thanks, Patrick, for your questions. I appreciate them, and I hope you enjoyed the little talk. And check back in next week for another travel nurse video. Click like, subscribe, share, comment, and thanks for watching. Have a great day and happy nursing. Bye for now.